Hello everyone, this is Andrew from Total Window Service, and in today's video I'm gonna take you through a process of safety window film installation, and I am taking this video as a part 2 to the same project that we did last week. You will be able to find that video as part 1 as anti-graffiti window film installation, and today our next step or installing safety window film for these windows. So the idea was to protect the storefront initially from graffiti damage, and after that install safety window film from inside. So right now the stage of construction in this store is technically moving forward to the ending, and we have a more or less clean environment in here, and guys already started to clean all the windows. We need to scrub them really good, make sure the edges nice and clean. And you see behind me there's a film handler that we're using to pre-cut the film. The process of pre-cutting the film is usually simple, I would say, but you can see how thick is the roll. We're using a 6-inch rollers for this film. It's coming in a very big roll film, and we're gonna be using 10mm window film, which is pretty thick and a little bit hard to work with, and we need to pre-cut the film to the size of the glass before the installation. So let's see how it's happening, because guys are trying to pre-cut first piece of the glass, and it's not that easy just because the glass is irregular shape. So you see it's rounded. Of course we could do some kind of a template, maybe that would be easier. We'll see, maybe after they're gonna pre-cut the first piece of glass and try that template on the other windows. But as we discovered first time, it was not that easy, just because the frames are not the same on every window, and there's could be a half-inch difference one from another. So we probably gonna need to struggle a little bit with this and pre-cut to every single glass and make a template. Okay, so we finally have our first template, and guys gonna, based on this template, they're gonna pre-cut the second one. The second window is a little bit bigger, but we still can use the rounded shape of the first template, just because it's pretty much the same. It just has to be, I don't know, longer. So we're gonna use it. I did first template. As I said, I have a tradition. When I come to the job site, I have to do a little bit, at least something. But in this case, I'm gonna show you how they actually do it. We don't do often like this. It's an irregular shape, especially for safety window film. It's not that common and much of experience in pre-cutting things like this. That's why it's probably going slower than it should be. When we do it with the solar film, it's a lot thinner film, and you can pre-cut it on the window, and it's easy, there's no problem. But with safety window film, it doesn't work like that. It's a little bit more time, I would say, to measure it, to cut it. Okay, we have one more piece of film. Very, very, very good. Slavik and Michael preparing and pre-cutting the film. The other guys, they are preparing the glass. So before we install the film, we have to make sure that the glass is perfectly clean. This way we spraying it with our solution with water and scraping entire surface of the glass, and we are close eye on the scratches. Make sure that scraper does not scratch the glass. That's a very important and critical part in this type of work, right? We have to make sure that the surface will not be damaged. And edges are the most critical part of window cleaning preparation for window film installation, because a lot of dirt hides in the edges specifically, and we have to make sure we scrape them really good. And we're also using pressurized tanks for spraying the water solution, and we're trying to wash out any chips of wood that stuck on the edges between the frame and the glass. Wood frames, usually it's probably the hardest thing to do, just because a lot of dirt hides in that seams between the glass and the frame, and you know, the wood chipping off, and often it flies under the film, which makes our work less enjoyable and more difficult, just because when some dirt stick between the film and the glass, it's visible, and you know, with safety window film, it's not really a good thing. So cleaning preparation is the key in the process of safety window film installation. Okay, so guys are preparing to install our first panel. We pre-cut, and we made some other templates. So this one is good to go. It was the first template and pre-cut film on this project. You see Michael is using his teeth to separate liner and liner from the film. I mean, this is normally what we do. I know sometimes it's dirty, and probably a lot of you will say that it's not a good thing to do, but I mean, we don't use any chemicals in the water solution, by the way. It's pure, in most cases, it's a baby shampoo. You know what the guys usually say, that the hair after all the window film jobs very soft, just because of that Johnson's baby shampoo. And this is the other like insight of what exactly goes into the window film slip solution. A lot of slip solutions on the market, of course, that you can use. Some of the guys were probably for the cars it's more important, because you need to really pay attention to every little details over there. On the storefronts like this, especially with the clear film, it's a little bit more forgivable. Baby shampoo and water, it's like a perfect solution for window film installation. Now we have a really interesting situation happening. So the guys, they peel off the liner from the panel that I was just talking about, and it turns out that that panel is not from that window. So I think it's their mistake. They're not paying attention to what exactly is going on here, and okay, they gotta be more careful handling that. The second try, it doesn't work. So it's a wrong panel. Again. Oh my god. Well, this is a disaster work, and that's how it is happening. I feel... Look, 3 of them. It's kind of like a union work. 7 people working, 1 is watching. Oh my god. Okay, so guys are carefully installing film on this difficult rounded window. Every single one of them is a little bit different, and we cannot use our template to pre-cut all at once. So we have to remeasure for specific panel separately, which makes it going really, really slow. And the critical part in safety window film installation is to squeeze as much water as we can, especially right now when it's fall outside and the temperature dropped. That's why you see Michael is putting a lot of pressure. It's not always necessary to do the pressure as to do it very precise and moving the squeegee from top to bottom to make sure that all the water is squeezed out from the film. And if you are watching this video and you did not subscribe to this channel yet, I think it's a little bit unfair, so please make it fair, like and subscribe. Why do you need to install safety window film? Well, the first and the most important thing is safety window film will increase strength of your glass. Technically, if somebody will try to break into your storefront, they will spend more time versus just having it unprotected, right? So after installation of the safety window film, the idea is that it's gonna give a little bit more time for you for reaction and probably for police to arrive. And in many cases, the burglars, when they see the safety window film over there, they just don't waste their time and they run away, because this is protection from smash and grab, specifically for this storefront. And that's why window security and safety window film is a very good option. All right, so let's get into a technical part of the window film installation. So after we installing the film, obviously we're pre-cutting, we're putting it on the glass. After 24 hours, we have to come back and we need to do so-called attachment system. So attachment system consists from the special silicone adhesive that we use. Normally it could be Dow Corning 995. This is a structural adhesive that once it's dry, it bonds to the film and to the window frame, and it's making seamless transition between the glass and the frame, which means once the glass will be broken, that the purpose of attachment system is to hold that glass in place, so it's just not gonna collapse as one piece. I'm sure you've seen how car windows or any type of laminated glass has been broken, and this is similar situation. Once it's broken, it's gonna be holding in one piece. So if you don't have attachment system, there's a big chance that under the weight of the glass, it's just gonna collapse, and whoever is trying to break into your space just gonna walk in. So attachment system is the critical part of safety window film system. It's not just the film, it's also other components that makes this an effective way to protect the space from break-ins. The other important thing that we always need to consider, safety window film, of course, it's a good option, but not always, in not all the cases, it's gonna work the same. For example, here in this storefront we have wooden frames and they are painted, and the strength of the film, safety window film system, will also depend from how good this paint can withstand and will bond with the caulking. Because the caulking by itself, that adhesive that we're using, it can be strong, it can bond good to the paint, but the actual paint may not stick to this wood as good as we need it to, right? So it all depends from how much force whoever is trying to break in will apply to this, because you know, wood frames, usually it's the weakest part in all this situation, right? Wood, it's easier to break versus, I would say, if we had metal doors, metal frames, it's a lot more effective and reliable. But it is what it is. These storefront owners, they cannot change everything for the metal, so we going with the next best things that we can do. All right, so it is what it is. Unfortunately, we have to apply this caulking around the frames and the wood frames, and I don't know, hope for the best. But in my opinion, it should be pretty strong, right? It's definitely gonna be stronger than it is right now, and less vulnerable to any kind of break-ins. Okay, so technical part number 2, and this one is for clients, because a lot of clients, they think after window film installation, the window has to look perfect, no bubbles, no nothing, no distortion of the glass or things like that. I don't want to disappoint you, but it is what it is. As per manufacturer, as per SolarGuard, right? We're using SolarGuard 8 and 10 mil clear window film, and you need, the drying period may vary from 30 to 60 days, sometimes even longer, depends from the weather conditions and from the environment. If we are, right now we're getting into a fall, the temperature drops here in New York, and it may take longer, sometimes even up to 6 months, while the film is completely cured. All the glue will dry out, the film will bond to the glass, so please keep in mind and consider that. And the other aspect, don't think that after installation of window film, right next day your window film system is working and it's effective. No, you need to give it a little bit more time for everything to dry, at least 48 to 72 hours, sometimes longer. As I say, it all depends from the weather. You have to consider the window film will dry on the glass, all the glue will dry, right? And the other part is the attachment system. If we are using structural adhesive, and it's a very thick bed of caulking on the side, and it sometimes 24 hours, it's just not enough for everything inside to completely dry and bond to the frame and to the glass. So it may take longer. So this is the other consideration. If you have a emergency for next day for the doors to be safe, of course we can come and install the film, but it's just not effective as yet until it's gonna completely dry. This was Andrew from Total Window Service, and in today's video I was talking about safety window film installation, and we did our project in Manhattan, and my guys, I keep doing the work, and I just want to thank to all of them for doing such a great job, and to installing all this film and making our city a little bit safer. And also I want to encourage you to come over to Spring Street and West Broadway, check out the store. I'm not sure where the opening is, but most likely it's gonna be open until the time I will post this video, and it's gonna be a jewelry store, and I'm sure you can all find some interesting things for your loved ones and for yourself. And if you are interested in installing safety window film, you can always come over, check our work, and see if perhaps the other storefront is gonna be yours. We're gonna remove graffiti, uninstall anti-graffiti window film, and install safety window film. So thank you for watching. This was Andrew, again, Total Window Service. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next part to this video.